Hello, I'm Rick Stivers of YoungMartin'sReels, and today we're out here doing something a little bit different. I shot the video last night rebuilding this Zebco Model 11, and Vintage Model 11, not one of the more modern ones, and I wanted to bring it out here and see how it works today. So I'm underneath the overpass, so you got a lot of road noise, and that's going to be the way it is. So let's see how this thing casts. Tommy and Jim both said they don't care for it because of the way it casts. I'm going to give it a try and see how I like it. I've got a fairly heavy weight on here. You can see it. There we go. And I used to know what these things are called. I used to fish them all the time, but I haven't been fishing as much lately. So I can't tell you what his name is. That didn't do me any good. Oh, button's out. There we go. Okay. So, in order to fish this reel, to cast it, you push this button. When you do, the handle comes out, and you have to keep your finger on this button at the back. Otherwise, it does what it just did there, and all the line just slides down. So, you release on your forward cast. So, let's see how this thing does for us. Well, Tommy, maybe I agree with you. Take a little getting used to. I definitely don't. I think the hard part of casting this reel, for me, well, first off, you can't get any real distance with it, even with a fairly heavy weight. And second, I keep forgetting to push in the handle at the end. This portion of the lake that we're on right now, or the river that we're on, is the former Lake Dunlop. And the dam for Lake Dunlop broke about 2 years ago. If you want to see an interesting video, you can go on YouTube and pull up a YouTube video for Lake Dunlop dam break. This is where I used to take my 20-foot nitro and take the kids out fishing and skiing and everything else on this river, which is a kind of a narrow lake, until that dam broke. They're in the process of rebuilding it. It's supposed to be done by just about this time next year, so hopefully I'll be back into this lake fishing again next year. I did notice something rather interesting just before I started filming, and I'm going to show it to you. Okay, so what I found out here is a old Zebco 888. There's no way this has been out here for very long. It's not muddy. I think somebody just got disgusted with it and yeah, took it off the rod and threw it up here. And it's very tight. It grinds a little bit as we wind it. And this looks like a great future project for YoungMartin'sReels. It's pretty nasty inside. We're going to take this home, and it's going to be the subject of a future video. That's kind of interesting, though, of all the things for me to find laying on the bank. But this is rather interesting that this would be laying here. Also, I spotted something laying here. I spotted this on the ground. So somebody's not having very good luck with the reels out here. This guy here, look, it's got a price tag on it. $6. So maybe they bought it at a flea market, brought it out and tried to fish it. I don't know. But I don't know why they would throw it into the bush. Anyhow, Tommy, Jim, I agree with you. This Zebco Model 11, piece of junk. As far as trying to fish it, I would not want to have to cast with this thing for very much. I guess if you were loading a bunch of stuff on, throwing it out deep and letting it sit there, that would be okay. But even then, you've got no anti-reverse. The 33 is so much better reel than what the 11 was. I have no idea how this thing stayed on the market as long as it did. But it's an interesting footnote in fishing reel history. I've got this part I found on the ground. I've got a Zebco Model 88 or 888 that I found that somebody just recently bought. I mean, even the price tag isn't worn off. I don't know why it would be there. Okay, I'm back again for a second. I just walked up there and looked, and there was also a handle. The handle that fits this. So apparently that knob fell out, and when it did, the handle fell out of somebody's reel, so somebody's walking around out there with a reel with no handle. Now this one looks like it's been here a while. It's kind of muddy. This is Rick Stivers with YoungMartin'sReels, signing out.